Today on Cinder's Playground, me and my host Jose will discuss the sad state of Star Wars and our feelings on it. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome to another edition of Cinder's Playground. I am your host Cinder,
And I'm Jose.
and for the first time in a long time, we're in the same room recording, which is very unique and odd situation. Odd because it doesn't happen a lot. At least not as much as it used to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you become a family man, which I will never be. I'll never be. But yeah, today we're talking about the state of one of our favorite franchises, and that is Star Wars. Sir, before I even get into my breakdown of what's gone wrong with this franchise, tell me, what does Star Wars mean to you?
It's probably one of my top franchises that I've grown up with. Yeah, it's one of those movies that like I can rewatch no matter how many times and never get tired of it.
Would you say, well, which?
With a little asterisk,
Right.
Obviously 1 through 6.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say I've seen the new ones, but 1 through 6 definitely has been one of those like I could watch.
Which one of those you say you watch the most out of 1 through 6?
I think it's 3.
Episode 3?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? Now that you bring that up, I'll probably... It's probably either that or the original New Hope for me. But yet, no, I watched Revenge of the Sith. Like, because when the time it came out, I was working in a movie theater, so I could watch it for free.
Oh, wow.
So I watched it like every day.
Yeah.
Overall. So yeah, no, definitely, yeah, Revenge of the Sith. I'll probably watch that the most out of the original 6, for sure. But, sir, we're here to talk about where it's at now, where it stands, and I am going to attempt to point out the problems this franchise has had in recent years. So, with that being said, first, we're going to talk about 3 key people. And the first person I'm going to talk about is Kathleen Kennedy, who is the chief CEO, head of Lucasfilms. Now, Kathleen Kennedy, who, I didn't even know this, bro. She is 70 years old, man.
Oh, shit.
I thought she was like 50, early 50s, maybe. And I was like, oh, shit, she's 70 years old? I was like, what the fuck?
So she should have been following this, like, from the beginning, no?
I mean, my personal opinion, I don't think she's a fan. I think she just saw a property and just wanted to cash in on it, I guess. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, her big break was a producer of probably 2 of the biggest movies ever, which is E.T. and Jurassic Park. So she was a producer in those 2 big, gigantic films. Okay. She also did other stuff. I mean, you can look her up. She's produced a lot of big budget Hollywood blockbusters, But then in 2012, she became the president of Lucasfilms after Disney acquired the right. After Disney bought it from George Lucas at a staggering $4 billion. What do you call it? And as president, she oversaw the production of the sequel trilogy, excuse me, as well as Rogue One, Solo, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, and all of the Star Wars series on Disney Plus. Now, I think in any corporation or any business, your successes and failures always starts at the top. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Just start at the top. And the fact that I feel she doesn't have a grasp of what Star Wars is, what is it about, and most of all, what the fans want. And I think it shows. Like I said, from when Disney had brought this Lucasfilms, what do you call it? There's been rarely anything that the fans could really praise or like or appreciate. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
what do you call it? And like I said, I think she's just bad at it. And how she manages to stay employed, even though with all the fan backlash and internet, what's the word I'm looking for? The internet, what you call it? Mauling of her, because I'm not the only one. I mean, people are worse than me. Like I said, if I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy,
Yeah, when I googled her, it's like, why is Kathleen Kennedy in charge of stuff?
Yeah, like I said, people just hate it because they hate what she's done with this franchise. Now, the second person I want to talk about is Dave Filoni, who now, probably in the last year, became the chief creative officer and vice president on Lucasfilms. He is a huge Star Wars fan and was handpicked by George Lucas himself to develop an animated Star Wars series, which that series ended up being the Clone Wars. Because actually, he got to start as working on King of the Hill, Kim Possible, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. And would become the creator of the Clone Wars that aired on Cartoon Network, and also was the show's runner. Was a showrunner. Now I know you never said you never watched the Clone Wars series, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any animated.
It's really good, man. Like I said, even though obviously we all know how it ends up, that's the period before Anakin turns, but still, I think he did a good job. Like, I don't want to say stretching it out, but that's what he did. Stretching it out. The story of him and Obi-Wan together, and then this is another show. And all right, correct me if I'm wrong out there in the comments, but you know how Harley Quinn was made for Batman the animated series?
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka was made for the Clone Wars.
Okay.
Because like I said, I never heard of her before, the Clone Wars or anything like that. And then the fact that I guess they put her in there, and now she's like a fan favorite among Star Wars fans and stuff like that. So, but so if he came up with her, good for him. Good for him and everything like that. Yeah. Now, what do you call it? I feel at a point he was like good for Star Wars and stuff like that. But I think he's following the spell under Kathleen Kennedy and her agenda, if you will, and her politics. So I feel he's changed, and he's not the same person he was when he was working on the Clone Wars. That's just my personal opinion, because if you are the chief creative officer, that means you have direction of where these shows go.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And I don't see a change since he's since he's been in charge, and then again, I could be wrong. It could be it's not like a light switch effect, like, oh, he's in charge, so everything's going to change magically. Maybe these things take time because a lot of this stuff is already in production and everything like that. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess, for that. And of course, the third person I want to touch on is Jon Favreau. Actor, director, writer, producer. And he announced in 2018 that he would produce a live-action Star Wars series that would end up being The Mandalorian. He oversaw this project, produced and written it. A lot of the episodes, well, yeah, he didn't write every single episode, but he wrote a lot of the episodes of the first season. And some of the season, and for season 2 and season 3 as well. Some say his stuff is the best stuff in Disney Star Wars period, and I would agree with that.
Like out of everything.
No, Disney Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. I could agree with that.
Disney Star Wars, yeah, man. Come on. Disney Star Wars. What you call it? And what you call it? And it was rumored that the 4th season's already written. He's written the 4th season already, but Disney, in his infinite wisdom, decided they wanted to make a movie for The Mandalorian. So we're gonna get that instead of a 4th season. And I don't even think we will get a 4th season, because I think they just want to turn this into like a film franchise. Just my personal opinion. But for the film, he's writing, directing, and producing this film. And it should be out within 2025 at some point.
I really hope it does really good. I hope he's able to make it such a great hit that they're like, oh, maybe we need to make him the president. And then they kick Kathleen Kennedy out.
I mean, but another thing I heard is that, like, I think this is his last thing, because I don't think he likes working there. Even though I know he wants to work on this because this is his project, The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
No. So, but I think if they're not going to give him another season, I think he's going to bounce. So.
Well, money talks. So, like, if he's able to make a hit and stuff, they're not going to want him to leave.
True.
So.
But then again, I mean,
and then they'll have to have a conversation with him and be like, all right, like,
what do you want?
Why do you want to leave? Like, what? Why do you want to leave?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, like, if they want to, they'll just be like, all right, this is your own thing. Like, no one's gonna bother you. No one should be asking you to do anything. You do what you continue to do, and we'll leave you alone. Just keep making out content, and maybe even through that conversation, like, maybe it is that people are trying to meddle with his stuff, or like they're trying to push him to go to a different direction and he doesn't want to. He'll be like, this is why you guys are failing and stuff. So,
I mean, like I said, since he is like the best thing that Disney Star Wars has produced, I want him to stay on and do more stuff. Like I said, and I really hope what you said is true. So if the Mandalorian movie is like a smash hit, and maybe Bob Iger, who is the whole head of Disney, like I said, he sees that, maybe he's like, you know what, Kathleen, maybe you should step down.
Yeah.
People responding to John's stuff more than what you've greenlit, and everything like that. So yeah. So I want to break down some numbers for you, sir, because I like to do that. What do you call it? And also get your take on these films, starting with the 2015's Force Awakens. Had a budget of $300 million in an opening weekend and made $248 million. That was opening weekend, but worldwide it did over $2 billion, man. Now, real quick, what are your thoughts about this film?
Force Awakens, I haven't seen it in its entirety.
Really?
I kept falling asleep.
Wow. No nostalgia trick for you, man. Watching that?
I mean,
a little bit?
Some of it, but I felt like it's not I felt like it's going towards the same path of all the other movies, except I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't get into it. It didn't start off. It started off with people that were unfamiliar to the following. I didn't know who anyone was in the beginning, and I didn't know how everything tied up until you see R2-D2. No.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, so I forgot. I think you see Harrison first. Harrison Ford. I think you see him first.
Yeah, that was the part that I was like, oh, okay. And then you see Princess
Chewie,
Leia.
yeah, Chewie and everybody.
Chewie.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. It's not my favorite, you know. And you know, I felt, I had positive hope that we were gonna get good stuff from this point on. Then after that, Rogue One was released in 2016. That was directed by Garth Edwards. Had a budget of $200 million. Opening weekend it did 155 million, but worldwide it did $1 billion. You haven't seen this either, right? Rogue One.
No. What is it about?
It's about how the rebels get the plans for the Death Star. Because you remember in the beginning of A New Hope where R2 gives the plans to Leia. Well, no, Leia gives the plans to R2. And then R2 and C-3PO, that's when they leave and crash land on Tatooine and all that stuff. So yeah. So this is her getting those plans. Up in her getting those plans to the Death Star, And of course you have the cool fucking scene at the end where Vader just comes in, just fuck shit up, and it's like the best screen time Vader has ever had.
Really?
Dude, he just decimated, like he goes through a hallway and just kills a whole bunch of rebel troopers, man, just with ease. You have to watch it, man. Like I said, I mean, for that alone, like I said, you don't even have to watch the whole movie. Even though I do like the movie, it's a solid film. It's kind of like it's like a heist movie because, like I said, they're still in the plans. So it's like a heist movie, and but the end, oh man, best he's ever been on screen. I'm telling you, you gotta watch that. Like I said, that was a good touch, for Gareth. Then we get 2017's The Last Jedi, which had a budget of 262 million. Opening weekend it did 220 million, and worldwide it did $1,331 million. Yeah. Again, I just think these people were riding the hype off of The Force Awakens, thinking this would be good, and this fucking piece of shit fucking director, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't even want to give him fucking credit because he's a piece of shit and he shit on Star Wars. And how do you come in not only an established franchise but come into somebody else's story because JJ had written and directed The Force Awakens, right? So we think maybe I should sit down with JJ and see what's he thinking, what's his thought process, where does he wants to go with this?
Yeah.
But no, he just went off and did his own shit, did his own thing. He's like, no, I want to tell this story, which fucking sucked, made no sense, and I fucking hate it. Did you see this? Yeah, good. You're not missing nothing. I envy you, actually. Envy you, actually. That you didn't get the chance to see this, man. Fucking piece of shit. Moving on. Then we get 2018 Solo, directed by Ron Howard, had a budget of $275 million. Opening weekend it did $220 million, and worldwide it did $393 million. Now I know you didn't see this either, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't see this in the theaters, but I saw it when it came to Disney Plus, and you know what? It was a fun film. Like I said, not great, not terrible, just fun. Again, another heist film. Because that's what Han does. He's a smuggler,
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's what you're gonna get. It was fun. Like I said, not bad, not great, but it was fun. I mean, if you want like a nice fun movie, you don't have to think about too hard for like an hour and a half. Throw it on, throw it on. Like I said, man. Like I said, I mean, I think if you're a Star Wars fan, it's worth watching once, maybe.
Okay.
Like I said. Then we get to The Rise of Skywalker. I don't even know where to begin with this, man. Like I said, this is, and it's funny. And JJ, who I like, did The Force Awakens, and I thought he would rectify what that asshole did in The Last Jedi, but yet I think he compounded what he did for it, man. I mean, when you saw this trailer and then you saw Palpatine, what were you thinking? Yeah.
I didn't see the trailer.
Really? I mean, it was like everywhere, bro. Like I said, sort of. But yeah, so at the end of the trailer, you hear Palpatine in his laugh. I'm like, why are you bringing him in this? This is like set like, I don't know, probably like 50 years in the future after Jedi. After Jedi, you know, and Vader threw him down the shaft, as we all remember. You know, so why bring him up? And the fact that you're connecting him to Rey, just like,
Wait, they connected?
yep. No, yeah, they're relatives, man. Yeah. I'm just like, oh man. So you just run out of ideas, basically. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, she's a Palpatine.
I didn't know that.
She's a Palpatine. That's why, presumably, she was one with the Force and she cut it so quickly. Apparently, which I'm still not buying. Still not buying. So yeah, horrible films, and fans really.
So what is that? Her grandfather?
Yeah, supposedly. This is Disney Star Wars, folks. Okay. Switching gears, talk about something good. Actually, no. What I'm talking about.
But why isn't she just? Why is she in like a poor planet? If she's,
well, her parents just like left her, just abandoned her. Supposedly, just left her there. Like I said, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but again, this is Disney Star Wars, man. So on the calendar, so in 2026 and 2027, there's supposed to be a Star Wars movie. One of them being The Mandalorian. Okay, so correction for me when I said earlier. So The Mandalorian's coming out in 2026.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Disney on their slate, it says, so they have two Star Wars movies, one for 2026 and one 2027. So 2026 one is going to be the Mandalorian film, and then 27 maybe the Rey film. I don't know, because I don't know if they're still going to go on with that.
It'll be a Boba Fett film.
Hopefully,
they may as well kill two birds with one stone. Like the Boba Fett series was pretty good too.
I liked it. I don't know. I know
who did that one.
Oh, I don't know.
Jon Favreau?
No. I'm sure he had some
input in.
Yeah, input in, but he wasn't the showrunner of it or anything like that. Okay, now, these are my personal notes. Okay, now I have. So for me, I have very little faith in Disney Star Wars as long as Kathleen Kennedy is in charge. I don't think we will get good Star Wars. To me, The Mandalorian is an outlier, in my opinion, and I think John was free to do what he wanted, which is why the show doesn't suck. There's no politics, no virtual signaling in his series, no patriarchy. It's just a good storytelling, period. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Nah,
I think that's what makes it so good. It's like, it's a good story. There's no other bullshit. There's just a good story.
Okay. And furthermore, also, we watch these movies, these shows, read these books, these comics to escape reality. And putting real world stuff in these things that we love corrupts them, in my opinion. Now let's talk about what else we have to look forward to. I say with a smirk on my face. The Acolyte, which premieres June 4th, which is a few days from when we are recording this now. This is set 100 years before The Phantom Menace, in the High Republic era. Now, from the trailer, I see this series as being a lot of girl power and a lot of diversity, because the showrunner and writer Leslie Headland wrote and directed the first two episodes and is a showrunner. Leslie Headland, who is a lesbian, and so I feel that's why the show is so female centric. Oh, by the way, if you look on IMDb or any Star Wars episode breakdown of this show. Every episode is directed by a woman except for one. um, and that is the season finale. Which by the way, I heard this last week. If you want to hear some more drama about this show, besides it getting ratioed, the trailer getting ratioed on YouTube, it is rumored that the series isn't getting a second season because Bob Iger doesn't like the negative reception the trailer is getting so far. So Leslie may even sue Disney because her contract stated that she would get 2 seasons of a show and she would get a Marvel show as well. So I am interested to see how this plays out. Wait, what do you think before I go on? What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't really look into the. I think I've told you about the trailer, but I didn't really look at it. It just looks like it has something to do with the dark side and stuff like that. Again, I don't really follow producers like that as much. So I don't know. And that's why too, because like I want to, just like how I would want like regular content not to persuade anybody to like follow one thing or do the other thing. That's why I kind of don't go into like prejudge and stuff like that, because it might be a good show. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say I can't agree or disagree.
I mean, but on that note, though, saying you knew somebody's politics and the way they are, and they're doing a show, and you can kind of see it from trailers and whatnot like that, would that make you not want to watch the show?
No, I mean, like, that's why I don't do that. I don't look to see like anybody's like political thoughts or their lifestyle and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me. Like, I like to, like, if it's something that I'm interested in following, like if I follow like Halloween, I don't care who produces it and stuff like that.
You're just gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna judge it for myself.
Because
maybe I would do it after the fact. Like, maybe if I saw Acolyte, right, and I saw it and it was like ass, I'm like, what the? Who the hell wrote this shit? And then I look at it and then I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, like this person wrote it and this person has no experience with Star Wars. That's why it's ass. All right, now I get it. But like, I wouldn't go out of my way to like, you know. I like to do things with like a clean slate, and I'm like, all right, like I give everyone a shot, and then. But I mean, you are into that stuff, so I don't blame you for looking at that stuff, and you already know what to expect with the new Disney Star Wars.
I look at it like this: time is precious, and I don't want to waste my time watching shit that I'm not gonna like, which is probably the number one reason why I look at writers, directors, showrunners. Yeah, because like I said, when I sit down and watch something, I want to enjoy it, not be preached to, not be told that that I'm a sexist or racist. What do you call it? That I'm part of the patriarchy or anything like that. And that seems to be Kathleen Kennedy's, message, and the people she hires, not everybody, obviously, but, what do you call it? Just watching the trailer, which you said, you haven't watched it, right? The Acolyte trailer. So just watch the trailer. It's like a banner for diversity, women empowerment. Those two things, definitely. You will see it in the forefront when you watch that trailer. What do you call it? And I'll think of it. I don't think I saw one white guy in there. And this is coming from a black man. Not one white man in there, man. What do you call it, man? It says girls, Asians, black people. What do you call it? And, well, aliens, obviously. But again, I don't know who's under the alien makeup. But you know what I'm saying. It's just like, oh my god, what do you call it? It's just like,
The guy in the alien makeup is Bob.
I
That's
don't
the white guy that you're looking
know.
for.
I have no idea, man. But it just like, and I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not giving this show a chance. But they call it, man.
But what if you're wrong? What if you see the first episode and you like it?
No, I don't like it. Because I think, well, it's gonna be centered around a girl. It's gonna be like the focus. She's gonna be the protagonist, if you will. Or
But this has nothing to do with the past Star Wars things, no?
no, I mean, this is High Republic era. So, like I said, before the Phantom Menace and all that stuff. So, like I said, so I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not interested in the show. Even if I hear it's good, I was like, nah, I'm still not on board. You know. Oh, what the hell. So that's about that. Now, I'm trying to find this. Oh, so Tales of the Empire, which is out now. This is another animated show. And it's about a Jedi traitor. So if you want to watch that, I think it's only like 6 episodes or something like that. Like 20 minutes, 20-minute episodes. Don't care. Don't care. What do you call it? And then what's it called? Skeleton Crew, which still hasn't got a release date, even though it was supposed to be released at the end of 2023. So this show follows 4 kids who get lost in space and encounters Jude Law's character, who may be a Jedi, maybe not. You know, he tries to help them find their way home. Don't fucking care. Don't care, man. You know, what do you call it? Other things we gotta look forward to through. Andor season 2 was supposed to be out first quarter of 2025. Ahsoka season 2 still, it's being greenlit but has no release date. And last thing I want to say, and I heard this just a few days ago. So, being that the Acolyte is getting poor receptions, and there's, as of this recording, it hasn't aired yet, so we don't know if it's going to do good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you know. But depending the success or failure of this show, Disney may possibly will head into the Old Republic era of Star Wars moving forward. So this is even before the Acolyte. So going back even further. Now, which Old Republic era, I mean, I like that shit. That's like, which Knights of the Old Republic, which you never played, I know. Which is probably one of the best Star Wars games ever made, because it gave you the choice. You could be dark side or light side.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, like I said, so you can go to that dark side with the Sith, or you can be a good person and be a Jedi. You know, that's why people love that game so much. It gave you the choice. You know,
it's like Fable.
Yeah, it gave you the choice of the path you wanted to take. So that's when this game takes place, the Old Republic era. Now, and a lot of people like that shit. Not just the game, but like that whole era, because of course, you know, the extended universe, like all the books and shit from Star Wars, just like that. A lot of that shit is in the Old Republic era, and people love that shit. I love that shit. Probably one of my favorite characters aside from Vader is from the Old Republic era. You know, it's called Darth Malgus, and he's fucking awesome. Look him up. Look him up. He's fucking awesome. I love his story. I love his look. I love the fucking way. The way he's just ruthless, man. His attitude. So yeah, like I said, you know what? I don't have anything with him, like a book, which I'm slipping on, so I should get that. Because I know he has several books, so I need to give me some Darth Malgus stuff. But nah. So, like I said, if this shit fails, and that fucking Skeleton Crew fails, you know, fails for viewers and everything like that, man, what they call it, they might head into the Old Republic era. Now, this is just speculation and rumor. So, but being someone who's familiar with this era, I would hate to see Disney touch this, because I know they would just fuck it up. they would fuck it up. You know, that's just my opinion, man. Like I said, and it's funny because you know how when Disney first bought Star Wars, all the extended universe stuff they said that wasn't canon anymore. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
They said that's not what canon. But now I think over the last 2-3 years they've brought in these characters from that era into their into their Star Wars main line. So just like, so why did you just have everything together from the beginning? You know, have the extended universe and the main universe just be together like it always has been.
Yeah.
You know, which makes no sense. You know, but like I said, so now they're gonna go deeper into that expanded universe, man, because the shit you're doing is not working. You know, that just goes to show you that the shit you do is not working. It's not resonating with people. You know, so you have to go back to older shit. It's not working, man. All right, so I don't want to dwell on this too long. So, couple of questions for you, sir, and then I'm gonna close it out. Now, in your opinion, right now, 2024, do you think Star Wars can be saved and brought back to? Well, I'm not gonna say brought back to the prominence it once was, because I don't think it'll ever be that popular again, like that whole first trilogy era Star Wars. But like, do you think it'd be saved? That fans would come back if we got something good, you know? Or I think a better question is Disney capable of making good Star Wars so they can earn fans' trust back?
I think it can. Of course, like I said, with certain people replaced.
Put the caveat on that. Well, I mean, do you think if Kathleen Kennedy is removed and, like you said, Jon Favreau was put in charge of Lucasfilms, I mean, do you think that would be the answer for us as Star Wars fans?
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree, but they'll never give him that job. You know that, right?
No, what?
They'll never give him that job.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they won't do it. You know, call it a gut feeling. You know, either that or Kathleen Kennedy has some dirty pictures of Bob Iger. I don't know. You know, because like I said, she's constantly losing money. Look at the disaster that was that last Indiana Jones movie. Nobody went to see that. Nobody cared, man. And first of all, because they're trying to replace Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford's character, with that girl. I don't know, Phoebe, whatever her fucking name is. You know, and no, sir. I mean, don't replace him. If you don't want Harrison to do it anymore, then you just end the series.
Yeah.
Don't try to replace him. Just stop doing it. You know. So
I agree.
What do you call it? So yeah, that didn't make money. What do you call it? And we know the hatred fans have for the sequel trilogy, you know, and you know what, man? As much as I give shit to the Rey character, I don't hate Daisy Ridley? I don't hate her, you know, and everything like that. You know, she's just doing a job, and everything like that, man. And when she signed on this, I bet she wasn't even a Star Wars fan. Yeah, not like that. But I'm sure maybe she read some stuff, not all stuff. I'm sure she read some just to get familiar with the universe and stuff like that, man. You know, and she was just doing what she was told, man. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Kathleen Kennedy, you know, was pushing her on us, you know, being like, oh no, she's a girl, she's a super girl boss, and can do all this shit, man. Which took, again, I'm gonna keep saying it, took Luke 3 films to get where he was at. You know, to get on that Jedi master level, man. You know, and then Force Awakens, she can do mind tricks, Jedi mind tricks, and all that shit, man. Just no, like I said, it's not believable. I'm not buying it, and you're not selling it on me. You know, that's just me. Well, let me answer the question I just asked you. If John was put in charge of Lucasfilms, I think he would make it better. But like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, and that's the only thing that, in my opinion, can save this franchise, because I think a lot of people just left, abandoning it. I'm just like a step away from it myself. You know, like I said, I always say, like I said, we always have the old stuff though. Like I said, man, we always have the original trilogy. Got the prequels, man. Which I don't know if you noticed, but in the last probably couple years, they have gotten more praise now than when they were released. You know, because like I said, it's so much better than the shit Disney has given us, man. Like I said, where's my other question I have for you? What? Oh, okay. So I had to figure out what I wrote. I'm sorry, a little tired. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say your love for Star Wars is right now?
It's still at 10. I haven't seen any of the new stuff, so it's not really tainted.
Lucky.
Yeah, I can't really say it's. And it's 10 still because the stuff that I've seen, like The Mandalorian, is good. So, like, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
no.
No, you're lucky, man. Like I said, you didn't put yourself through the agony of watching all this crap.
Well, so like, I think the reason why too, even if I did see the new movies and stuff like that, I feel like I still would give it a 10. Would be just because, obviously, as being like a Halloween fan, there's been many iterations of Halloween that's been ass.
Yeah.
And I just put it in the ass category, and I just put it aside. And I'm like, all right, that's not part of the Halloween I know. I'll still watch it or whatever, or I won't watch it, but like, I take it for what it is, and I'm like, all right, this isn't Halloween. I'll just keep it aside, you know. So like, I feel like that's what you have to do with certain things like that. I just know it's frustrating because, like, obviously I would like to watch a new trilogy and like have new things to watch and like be able to like fall in love with new characters and follow new paths and stuff like that. And
that would be nice.
And, you know, learn about, you know, different things, like, you know, but unfortunately we don't have that. So it's like, you know, I just take it for what it is, and I'm like, all right.
I mean, I still have a love for Star Wars. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because I don't know if I told you this, but like, when people ask me my favorite movies, I never say any Star Wars films, just because to me, I put that in a separate category. It's a class all by itself, you know. For me, you know, and that's how much I like that old stuff, man. You know, the original trilogy to me, it might be the best trilogy in cinema. You know, arguably, put it that way. You know, and George created something magical and magnificent and unique, and obviously it has legions of fans to this day, you know. And I feel like Disney doesn't get what his universe is about.
Yeah.
You know.
Question.
Yes.
This is it's kind of on theme.
What?
Would you rather have the George Lucas Star Wars trilogy, or, all right, let's play a game.
Okay.
The George Lucas trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3, or the Dark Knight trilogy? You have to rate them. Which of the three goes first, second, and third?
Star Wars is always first.
All right, but which one?
Oh, the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6.
All right, then the second, is it gonna be
The Dark Knight trilogy, and then the prequels.
Oh, okay. Sandwich.
For me.
I just had that question because I feel like the Dark Knight trilogy is up there, definitely.
No, yeah. I mean, you could probably mix and match 1 and 2 for both of those trilogies.
Yeah,
I think. You know. Did we do a trilogy episode?
No, we should.
Yeah.
That was a little taste, guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we do a trilogy episode, just know we're gonna have questions like that in it.
Trilogy episode. Yeah.
So subscribe.
Yeah. I mean, do you think you can name 10 trilogies, or do you want to do 5?
5. I don't think I can name 10 trilogies that
Okay.
I adore. Or
Okay.
like,
Yeah, you're right. 5 is probably a good number. Okay.
and that way we could get into like the meat and potatoes of things, you know. I
All
got my
right.
list ready.
Okay. All right. That's on the docket. That's on the list, man. All right. Before I close it out, any final thoughts of Star Wars? Wait, before I get into that, fucking have you seen all those series? The Disney Plus series?
Just Mandalorian and Boba Fett
But you said you watch Obi-Wan.
and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
I just haven't seen Ahsoka yet.
yeah, neither have I. I haven't seen Ahsoka. I haven't seen Andor. And I think that's it. I think I watched everything else. I don't. I mean, I watched the Bad Batch, which the first season was okay. I didn't watch the new season because I really feel like I don't care. Tales of the Jedi I didn't watch because I don't care. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Mandalorian's the best Disney Plus show, so
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. All right, so well, we'll have our fingers crossed for this. Well, I shouldn't say have our fingers crossed.
I hope that movie fucking kills it.
Me too.
And it dethrones Kathleen Kennedy.
Fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm surprised there hasn't been a petition to get
It's
her.
a new hope.
Yeah, John Favreau is our new hope, man. Like I said, if they make him in charge of Lucasfilms, I would love it, man. But like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen. That's just me, man, just thinking it. But with all that, man, tell us in the comments, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? I love to know. Very interactive here on the playground, man. And of course, if you want to get in touch with me, catch me on Instagram at Cinder666. Post about my YouTube channel, Cinder's Playground. And also, we'll post about geek news and just cool shit I find on the internet. Throw it over to my co-host.
And I'm Jose. You can catch me on Instagram at JoseCE90. Slide in the DMs. Let me know your thoughts on Star Wars, or if you want to hear any episodes. We have one that was recommended by one of our subscribers, right? We're gonna be working on the
Bane
episode,
history of Bane, because one of our subscribers reached out to me and said he would like to see a history of Bane. So I was like, okay, man, done, man. See, again, that's kind of the creator I am, man. I'm very interactive. If you tell me you want to see something, I'll do my damnness to get it done, man. So Architect, I forgot your numbers, but Architect,
give the man some respect. Look for it real quick. But yeah, let us know. Slide in the DM. Let us know any episodes you want to watch, or you want us to talk about, or if you have any of your favorite Star Wars movies. Maybe some of the most recent ones is your favorite. We like to hear back from you guys and let us know.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, but I mean, or if you disagree with Cinder putting 4, 5, and 6 above 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, we always look forward to hearing from you guys. Your comments are always appreciated, and we thank you guys.
Okay, the Architect 9593, who suggested we do a history of Bane. So that's 2 videos he has a shout out on. Yeah, man. We will definitely get that done. So look for that in a couple of weeks. And if you out there listening, what do you call it? Like I said, hit us up in the DMs if you want us to do a particular subject, character. Let us know. We're definitely open to just about anything. I am Cinder.
And I'm Jose.
And we will talk to you guys later.
Peace out.